lucky winner.
Woohoo!
You want to jump up and what do you want to do?
Let's do...
Krista, this is Josh.
Hi, Josh.
Hi.
This is
Nice to meet
Krista.
You too.
Josh is looking at getting in real estate.
Nice.
So
Let's do a listing presentation.
listing presentation would be awesome.
Perfect. Well, then I
Could
gotta
I
look at
have you do me a favor and sit right here so the camera can see you?
I can do that
Okay.
as soon as I get to the right page.
Love it. So it's kind of good because you don't get to see this very often.
Knock, knock.
Well, hello.
Hi,
I'm
Rick.
in my wheelchair.
Perfect. Thanks for having me over tonight.
Yes. Yes.
First of all, can I just take a look around your
Yeah,
house?
please do. Yeah.
Perfect. Did you get a chance did you have a chance to look over the pre-listing packet I dropped
You know,
off
I
on you?
did. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So here's another copy of it. If you just want to take that on me at the kitchen table, that'd be good.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Okay.
Hi, Rick. Again, thanks for having me over
Yes.
tonight.
Thanks for coming.
I'm excited to get about getting your home on the market and getting it sold. Do you mind if I ask you if... oh, I already did that. Rick, I've written down 3 very important questions
Okay.
for you. Do you absolutely have to sell this house?
Yeah, I have to. I've got to be in Maine in like 90 days.
90 days, that's
Yeah.
wonderful, great. And Rick, will you price your home to sell, or do you want to keep it on the market for a long period of time?
Well, I don't want to give it away.
You know, Rick, I can completely understand
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's great. And Rick, do you want me to handle the sale for you?
Well, that depends. Yeah, I'm not sure yet.
Understandable, great. Rick, at the end of my presentation tonight, one of 3 things is going to happen.
Okay.
Number 1, you'll decide to list your home with me.
Okay.
Or, number 2, you'll decide not to list your home with me.
Okay.
And number 3, I'll decide not to take your listing.
Well, why would you want to take it?
Well, Rick, if we can't come to an agreement with terms,
Mhm.
then really it doesn't make sense for me to take your listing and waste your time
Makes
as well.
sense. Sure.
Right? And you know, any one of those things is fine.
Okay.
So let me take a quick moment to review the questions I asked you over the phone.
All right.
Great. So you said you're moving to Maine,
Mhm.
right? Great. And you're moving there because of
Job transfer.
a job transfer. That wheelchair is really,
Mhm.
yeah, great. And you said you needed to be there in 90 days,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Wonderful. And you'd like to price your home at
300,000.
300,000, that's right.
Mhm.
And you said you owe
100,000.
100,000, that's wonderful. Now, you weren't planning on selling it yourself, were you?
You know, I've tried it a little bit. Alls I get is a bunch of agents calling. So.
Understandable,
You
that's
know,
great, yeah, that's right. And are you interested in seller financing? Or
Not
did you want to
really.
get your home? Great,
Yeah, I wanna
You don't
be-
want to be the
no,
bank, right? Great. So now, Rick, there's only 2 issues that we have to discuss tonight. Number
Okay.
1, your motivation to sell this home.
Mhm.
You need to get to Maine, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's not really an issue. I don't see that as an issue.
Mhm.
And number 2, the price we set on your home,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
I've prepared what we call a comparative market analysis.
Okay.
There are 2 parts to this research.
Okay.
One we call fantasy land,
All right.
what homeowners list their homes for.
Okay.
Part 2 is what we call reality.
Okay.
That's what real estate agents, such as myself, list and sell homes for.
Okay.
We have to decide tonight where you want to be to
Mhm.
spend your time. So Rick, the purpose of a comparative market analysis is to determine the value of your home in the eyes of a buyer.
Gotcha.
Do you know how a buyer determines the value of a home?
I'm not sure. Appraisal.
Appraisal, that's a good way. So people out shopping for a home use a comparison shopping. They're looking at your home based on its features and benefits
Okay.
against other homes that are currently on the market or have sold with their features and benefits. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Yeah, so for example, if you were going to purchase a new car and one dealership had the car you loved for $30,000 and another dealership had the same exact car for $30,000, but it had the navigation system, the rims, which one has more value?
Well, with navigation and rims and
Right?
more features.
More features, that's
Right.
right. So what if the first dealership put the car on sale for $25,000?
Huh.
Now which car has more value?
Well, I would think probably the cheaper car.
Exactly. So you can see that we can either lower the price or add more features and benefits.
Okay.
So you weren't planning on adding more features to your house, were you?
No, I didn't really want to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So price is the only issue.
Mm-hmm.
So may I show you what I mean?
Sure.
So this home is like yours, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And it sold for how much?
$275.
And how many days was it on the market?
Looks like 45 days.
45 days.
Yeah.
And this house, similar to yours?
Yeah.
And this house is a little better than yours?
Yeah.
Great. So Rick, what price do you feel we should use to create value in the eyes of the buyer?
Well, I'd like to be at 300,000. I mean, that's what Bob down the road sold for, so.
And do you know when Bob sold?
About 6 months ago, but I'm not
6 months
100% sure is what he was saying.
Right.
So.
Right. So now that you've seen these prices, I'm going to recommend a price of $335,000.
335?
Yes.
Okay,
What
so
did you say?
I was only asking. Okay, so right here, where'd she go wrong?
I wasn't
she
listening to you.
recommended-
Wasn't recommending, or she wasn't listening. So that's really good, you did really well up until that point. So we were at 300,000, right? Now she just,
275.
there you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just the nerves of the moment. I mean, that it jumped, yeah, okay, where do you want me to sign?
Right here.
Yeah. And then she'd had to go into pricing strategies and different things to overcome that. Does that make sense? So, very good up to this point. So I want you to back up and go, I'm gonna recommend a price of 275 and then handle that a little better than you did.
Yep, so,
Okay.
Rick, now that you've seen these prices, I'm going to recommend a price of $275,000. Will you list your home with me tonight at $275,000?
But really like to start at 300.
Rick, and can I tell you why that scares me?
Sure.
So by overpricing your home,
Mhm.
we're going to eliminate people that would normally come through.
Mhm.
The first 2 weeks on the market are the most crucial time.
Okay, that makes sense.
So rather than start high and go lower, we should
Mhm.
really just start right where we need to be and
Mhm.
maybe drive up the value by creating.
So help me understand why somebody would pay $25,000 more for your home when it's the same as this one over here at 275.
Okay.
So I'm curious, and you have to do this when you're doing this. It has to be an inquisitive, not a challenging, but an inquisitive question. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's extremely important how you do this. Otherwise, it becomes confrontational.
Right.
Make sense?
Mhm.
So, well, that's interesting, Krista. So, help me understand why your home would be worth $25,000 more than this comp here. Real curious what your thoughts are.
Well, my neighbor said that they got 300 down the street.
Yeah, so, and what we found is most of the time what neighbors say they get and what actually happened, two different things. Here's what I'm willing to do if you'll sign tonight. I'm probably okay with going with the $300,000, but within the first week we have nothing. Okay, we reduce it to the 275 if you're willing to do that. I'm willing to take that journey with you and work as hard as we can to try to make that happen. As long as you understand there will be buyers that will pass by the property because of that pricing.
Oh, well, at least then I could say I tried.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. And this is real. I'm okay. We're only talking 25 grand. That's not a whole lot. In fact, the one I just sold over the weekend, same thing. I recommended 349. You know, they went to 359. We ended up at ultimately 351. So now we're just curious whether the appraisal's gonna work. So, and that might be the other thing that we may go in and talk about. So one of the other obstacles we need to overcome is potentially an appraisal issue. So you're aware of that, if you're okay with that.
So I just have to lower the price after the appraisal?
Well, if it comes in lower and you wanna keep the deal together, you'll probably have to end up lowering to the appraised value. Doesn't mean you have to, it just means that in order for them to purchase the home, has to appraise at or above the agreed upon sales price. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So if we understand that, here's an addendum. for a price reduction in a week if it doesn't happen. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
let's do
perfect.
that.
So, very good. Yeah, very good. Thoughts on what she did?
It's good.
Okay, yeah.
Good body language.
Yeah, it was. It was good. You did really well. I mean,
Thanks.
there was pieces that needs to be smoothed out, and the more you do it, the better it's gonna become. So it's very good though. Good job. What are you gonna do?
Want me to go?
Yeah,
I'll do it internet lead.
internet lead. Okay, so he's gonna do a call capture.
So I forgot your name.
Krista.
Krista.
It's
I
fine.
knew that. No, I knew that. Okay, ring ring.
Hello.
Hi, is this Krista?
It is.
Hey Krista, this is Brett Belknap with Century 21 and viewhomesutah.com. How are you doing today?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Hey, the reason I'm calling, I just noticed that you signed up on my website and we're looking at some homes in Cottonwood Heights. I just wanted to find out what you're looking for and see how I could help you.
I'm just kind of looking around. We haven't really decided what we're gonna do. I just wanted to be able to look at some houses online.
Absolutely. What were your thoughts so far as you've been looking online?
Just to see what's out there, to see if it's even something we want to pursue.
Okay. And right now, do you guys own a home or are you guys renting?
We're just renting right now.
You're renting right now? Okay. That's awesome. Have you seen anything online that you'd actually like to go and see in person?
No, I don't really think we're ready for that yet. Just really looking to see what's even available.
That's awesome. Well, I can do this for you, Chris, if you'd be interested. I have a system where I can go ahead and send you all the brand new listings in your desired location and your price range. Is that something that you want to take advantage of?
Well, isn't that what this website's doing for me? Like I can log on and see them whenever I want without getting a bunch of emails?
Yeah, well, we've sent you a couple of emails so far, but I just want the value that we provide is that you can be the first one to know about it. So there could be a lot of houses out there that may or may not match your criteria, but what I can do for you is actually, if you are interested in a home, we have to jump on it real quick. So we can send it directly to you, that way you're the first to know about that home. Fair enough?
Well, like I said, I'm not sure what area we want to be in yet.
Okay, so you guys are just browsing around trying to get an idea of the different areas?
Yeah.
Okay, and are you guys primarily looking in, I forgot what I said, Cottonwood Heights right now, or what other areas are you interested in?
Well, yeah, that's where our rental is, so we're
Mhm.
just trying to decide if we like it or not. We just moved here, so before we buy, we want to make sure that we like the area.
That's awesome. And do you guys work in the area right now?
My husband does, and I'm looking for a job. It'll probably be closer to Provo.
Okay, so somewhere between Cottonwood Heights and Provo is ideally where you're looking at?
Yeah, I don't think we want to live in Provo. I just haven't heard great things about Provo, but
Mhm.
I also don't so much like the commute.
No, definitely, I can hear that. And I mean, it's a 45 minute commute. You don't want to have to do that if you don't have to. And you said that you moved here. Where'd you guys come from?
We just moved here from Maine.
From Maine? That's awesome. That's quite a bit of a trip.
Yeah, my husband transferred job transfer, so now we're trying out Utah.
That's great. What does he do for work?
He works at the University of Utah.
Okay, very cool, very cool. Have you guys, I know you guys are new to the state, have you heard anything about the Silicon Slopes area?
I haven't.
Okay, well what it is, it's a huge growing area right now. They call it Silicon Slopes because it's the second Silicon Valley, meaning that there's a ton of jobs and a ton of growth. And I think that if you get in now, you guys would probably see a ton of appreciation over the next 5 to 7 years.
And where is that at?
It's actually the perfect location for you guys. It's right smack in the middle between Utah, or between the University of Utah and Provo. It's right in the middle, right at the point of the mountain.
That's interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. And as far as the home goes, what criteria do you guys have for that?
I think my husband has a different idea of the home than I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like an older home that has some charm and some big trees, and he wants something that has a lot of land and a big garage.
Okay. So it sounds like you guys are probably just going to go with what you want. That's the way it normally works, right?
Well, probably not. He usually gets his way first.
Okay. Well, I can definitely go ahead and look at both options and send them over to you. And how many bedrooms and bathrooms are you guys looking for?
We need 5 bedrooms and at least 3 baths.
Okay, 5 bedrooms, 3 bath. I'm actually looking online right now, and I have about 3 or 4 options right now in Lehigh and American Fork. I'm gonna send those over to you. Would you have time with you and your husband tonight to poke your head in and just check it out in person real quick?
Yeah, I think we can do that.
Okay, how does 7 o'clock work tonight?
Great.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'll plan on seeing you there. I'll send you a text message of the first one that we'll meet at, and I'll plan on meeting you and your husband there. What was your husband's name?
Mike.
Mike. Okay, Kristen and Mike, awesome. I'll plan on seeing you guys tonight at 7 o'clock.
All right.
Great
Okay,
job.
Thank you.
Great job.
Very nice.
I mean, very good in pushing through the nose and continuing the conversation even after the no. And the idea is to just really keep asking more questions, and validating value statements.
Yeah.
So I really liked it. What'd you feel?
Yeah.
Felt pretty good, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just pretty tough, but.
That was tough. That was a tough one, but that can be very typical too.
Yeah.
So I really liked it. Good job. Brendan. And congratulations on getting your first one closed.
Hey, thanks.
Was it the big one?
No, it was a smaller one.
Okay. What are you doing?
Call capture.
Okay.
Ring ring. Hello. Sorry. Ring ring.
Hello?
Hey, is this Brett?
Yeah.
Hey Brett, my name is Brennan with Century 21 and ViewHomesUtah.com. How are you?
Good man. Is this an agent?
Yeah, I am an agent. I'm with ViewHomesUtah.com. It looks like you signed up the other day looking at some homes in Sandy.
Yeah, I've been getting calls left and right from different agents, man. I don't know. I shouldn't have put my number in there. That's pretty dumb of me.
Man, I completely understand. Did you look at a lot of websites?
Okay, hold on real quick, stop.
Yeah.
Never laugh at their pain.
Okay.
I mean, and it's okay. It's a nervous tick that we all have. We have this overwhelming desire to laugh at somebody's pain, to try to lighten the moment, especially guys. Women are a little bit more soft when it comes to that. But be very careful with that because you might get hung up on. Or you'll just, that's not funny. In their mind, they're feeling that and thinking that. So just be very cautious of that, okay? So, validate it. You know, he said, man, I'm so tired, I shouldn't have put my name in there. I'm so sorry. I know what you're talking about. Okay?
It's like, oh man, I'm sorry, man. There's a lot of realtors. Okay, I laughed at you.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm really sorry that's happened to you.
Bunch of you fools, man.
I know we're fools, right? So you've been looking in Sandy, is that right?
That's where I've been looking, yeah.
Okay, what are you looking
Okay,
for?
pause. Never going, I know we're fools, right? I mean, you can make fun of yourself, but look, this is about leadership, and they want somebody they can believe in. Be positive about it. I know, it's horrible having that many calls. It's the very reason we should be working together so you don't have them anymore. And then go into being positive. Does that make sense? So don't keep going down that track of, it's okay to make fun of you. I know you kick a bush, a realtor runs out, huh? I mean, but to say, yeah, we're fools, no.
Okay.
It's too much of a negative on you as an individual, as an agent, as a profession. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay,
So,
perfect.
Oh man, I'm really sorry about that. That's the reason we should be working together so that you don't get any more of those calls.
Yeah, I haven't really decided on a realtor to work with. I was actually thinking I might just work with the listing agent.
Okay. Are you interested in a home in Sandy?
Yeah, either Sandy or out to like
Okay.
Draper.
So my only concern there, I mean, that's awesome that you're interested in a home. My only concern would be if you work with the listing agent, you're losing some of those fiduciary duties because he can't represent the seller and you and be completely honest, have your needs in mind. Does that make sense?
Okay, before I'd even go into this, I'd build more of a rapport. And I know I'm beating the hell out of you this morning, but I think it's sure that good. So, look, I would want to really go in and, you know, Brett, tell me what you're ultimately trying to accomplish. I want to go in to really find out what is he looking for? What are you trying to do? I mean, and a great question is ultimately what you're trying to accomplish. I'm here to help. Listen how he responds.
Okay.
So right after he says, I'm tired of getting the calls, and I know. So
So
let me
he's saying-
ask you this. What are you ultimately trying to accomplish?
All right, let me ask you this, Brett. What are you ultimately trying to accomplish?
I just want to buy a good house, man. There's a lot of realtors. Everybody's calling me. I didn't even know that was going to happen. I'm just trying to take my time and be able to find a house that I enjoy.
Okay. And then would I go into?
So if we can help you actually put that together, and I know of a couple really good deals, would that interest you? Where would you go with it next?
I would just I would
Validate?
I would do it if then. Awesome, man. I totally hear you and I appreciate
Yep.
that. If we can help you accomplish that, is there a time that we can get together and talk about it and walk you through how I can actually save you money and save you time?
And I want to know, what is he really looking for? So I might have gone into, hey, so share with me, what are you needing in a home, Brett? Is it, how many bedrooms, how many baths? Ultimately, what are you looking for? 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. Oh, you know what? I know of a couple really good deals in that area. Would it be possible you could go stick your head in tonight and take a peek? That way you get to meet in person. Then it's way more powerful. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So go to there and take him
Okay.
back to him going, menu agents, okay?
Okay. So let me ask you this, or you said don't say let me ask you, right? That's about.
Well, no, I mean,
Here, I'll just ask.
you can ask, so let me ask you this, I think is okay.
Okay.
Remember, it's all in the inflection of how you're doing it, the tonality.
So let me ask you this, Brett. What are you ultimately trying to accomplish with this purchase of a home?
Yeah, I just want to find a good house that I'm not being pressured with a realtor.
Okay, you just want to find a good house and you're not pressured. If I could make that happen
Okay.
for you.
What are you looking for in a home?
Okay, what are you looking? So what are you looking for in a home, in a good home?
Good location, something with a 2 or 3 car garage on it.
Okay.
And just like reasonable price, under $350.
So it looks like I have a few homes right
Hold
now.
on. What area are you looking for?
Okay, well,
He said it because he said a good area, right?
Well,
Remember,
we said Sandy at the beginning.
did he say Sandy in the beginning?
Yeah, and then I said it down to Draper.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Okay,
All right, perfect.
So if we could find a 3-car garage in Sandy Draper, a nice area, that has everything that you're looking for, would you have time to go peek your head in tonight?
Tonight, I mean, yeah, if it's a good house, I'm definitely open
Okay.
to.
Well, it looks like
checking it
I
out.
have 3 homes right now that fit what you're looking for. Does 7 work?
I could probably make that work.
All right, let's see.
Good job. Very good. I mean, I made it a little rough on you. But it's really, remember, you gotta, look, find the pain and offer the solution, right? He's already saying, he's giving his pain away.
Yeah.
I'm tired of you agents. I'm getting bombarded. So you have to really validate, offer value. And that can happen relatively quick once they reveal the pain. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Lad, you're up, my friend.
Me?
Yep. What do you want to do? You got,
Still have any time?
yeah, we got what time to do one quick one.
One quick one.
Yeah, Krista,
Okay.
roll with him. I don't want you to be super hard. I want you to meet 2 to 3 objections, and let him close.
Okay.
Okay?
So sign call?
Whatever you
On my
want.
sign.
What do you want?
Whatever you want.
You want a FISBO sign call?
Sign
whatever.
call.
Sign call? Perfect. Rock and roll.
Ring ring.
You're calling Krista.
Hello?
Oh hi. This is Vladimir 71 Everest. It's like you've called on my sign on Creek Road.
Oh, yeah.
So how may I help you?
Yeah, I was just wondering how much that house is.
Oh, it's 300,000. Has 5 bedrooms, 3 bath, and a wonderful 3-car garage. And may I ask you what's exactly you're looking for?
Well, I think that might be a little bit out of our price range. I was hoping it was, a little less.
Okay. So what's exactly your range?
I think around 250 would probably be a better price for us.
250. Okay, great. And are you looking specifically on the area? I have the listing.
Well, we were hoping to stay in that area.
Oh, that's great. You know what? There's I know about some listings that may fit your need. What would be a good time for us to get together and I can show you those?
Well, you know, I'm not sure I want to work with an agent. I usually just call the listing agent on the home so that I can get a better deal.
Okay, I understand that. Most people think that way, and I completely normal.